Hey there guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all doing okay today. I wanted to make a video that I don't necessarily think that's important, but I still wanted to talk about it. I wanted to kind of talk about how I've noticed that a lot of members of the LGBT community are kind of turning from religion to spirituality, and I personally think if you've had a bad experience with religion, that turning to spirituality is, in my personal opinion, obviously everyone has a different story, and everyone has like a different mindset, but I think that going from a bad religious experience to a new positive spiritual light is always a good path to go. So me personally, my mum and dad believe in God, but I didn't really know about my dad until I was older, but I've always known that my mum does. Now she, overall, is a very loving person, very soft, very gentle, and she's very open-minded when it comes to things that other religious people aren't, so like sexuality and gender. She believes if you are born that way, then you stay that way, kind of thing. So me and her have never had any issues when it comes to that side of religion. So because she sometimes, every now and then, used to talk about God, and it was always a good thing, my kind of like impression of God was always positive. And around about the same time when every now and then she would talk about it, that was when I was in primary school, and that was a Christian school. And again, their impression of like God and Jesus was very positive. And I'm a very social, singy, dancey kind of extrovert. I was more so that when I was a kid. So singing hymns and doing plays from the Bible was fun, because it just was to me, because it fed to my extrovertedness of like wanting to dance and be the centre of attention all the time. And from what I remember, they never used to really talk about sins because we were in primary, and just because I think that they were a chill Christian school and church, so I just had no bad experience at that age. But then when I went to senior school, I went to a Catholic school, and their teachings are very, very, very different. Like, more stricter compared to Christianity. And I definitely felt and observed some unfair treatment with what they thought was sin, so sexuality and gender, that I didn't experience with the Christian church. I felt very weird and upset about that, but I think that is most LGBT's experience at one point or another. Sometimes it's religion, or sometimes it's just society, or sometimes it's just people in your life. So that for me was definitely when I was in senior school. So I just basically wanted to say that then I went through a phase kind of after I left school, because of the homophobic nonsense that they were spewing, and also because of just what they thought was normal wasn't normal to me. It made me have this like weird anger, and it definitely changed my mindset on like people. I wanted to, I wouldn't say I hated religious people, but I just didn't trust them because of my experience. So, but then a couple of years after, I then got into witchcraft and paganism. I don't fully practice it today, but I definitely believe in it, and it's a practice that I follow and believe in more than others. So paganism and witchcraft, regardless of like what is shown in media, it's a very focus on how you behave in the world and how you treat people, and that's what I really aspired to do it. So it wasn't something from ancient texts that said was good or evil. It's like, if you treat people bad, then you're bad. But if you treat people good, then you're good. And I was just like blown away by it, because that was the first religion / spiritual experience I've ever had that's showcased that. Where it's the blame is on you for something that you've done, not the blame is on you for something that you haven't done. So I'm definitely, like I say, I don't practice it 100%, especially the past couple of years, but it's paganism and witchcraft is the two spiritualities that I've come to express within myself, and also when I feel inspired, follow and practice. And I've found that since I've got into them, they have made me more open-minded to people that are religious or have different spiritualities. So it's like, it's not made me so judgmental and jaded to people that I've had that were the religion of like what I had somewhat emotional scarrings to.